Yes. So you guys, remember how I was just talking about like stuff being hard around this arbitrary surface level deadline of stewardship? I invited Simon to say a word about that arbitrariness. And then I forgot that I asked him to say that word. But it is a good word.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you, Simon.
I'd like to say thank you for Reverend Dr. Campbell. Love it because he's given me some words that feel very appropriate to what I'm about to say about the eyes on the divine and eyes on what's human. If you'd asked me 6 years ago if I ever thought I'd be standing in front of a congregation and talking about faith and the divine and what's human, I would have laughed and then gone to lay down for a while because it was just beyond my comprehension. So my journey in this church starts with my wife Carmen and our foster children at the time, and we all had different needs. My wife needed to make contact with another church. We had an evangelical Baptist child, and we had a child who was dealing with issues of sexuality and faith. And so we tried to find a church that would encompass all of our needs, including mine. I'm an atheist, and so coming into churches is very difficult. And so we tried some churches, and every time we tried a church, we'd go along, and then the preacher would stand up, and they'd basically exclude one or more of us, open their mouths, and straight out there'll be an exclusion. So we found this church from Carmen's mother's recommendation to find a church with Congregationalist in the title. And we went to the website and saw the rainbow, and we went, this is it. This has to be the place. And we came, and I discovered that there were 3 pastors here who shared or put voice to a lot of the same concerns that I had as an atheist. And it's like, wow, this place is better than I thought. And so we've been here 2.5 years, nearly 3 years. And I've been in denial for a great period of that time because I thought by supporting my wife and our foster children, I was doing it for other people. But the reality is I've been doing it for myself. And it's been a dialogue of faith and a dialogue with the faith tradition of my ancestors and of my ethnicity and a whole lot of stuff. It's not shaken my non-faith, but I am in greater dialogue with what is important in the lives of others. And coming here every week shows time and time again what is important in the community around me, and that I'm a member of this community even if I don't share some of the core tenets. Now, when I was asked to be on the Stewardship Committee, I thought, excellent. This is a chance for me to be a part of the community even deeper. And then I started thinking about, well, what's important about pledging? And I was on the verge of saying, yes, let's pledge. And then I realized I was doing it for the simplest of reasons, and that was to help balance the budget. And if I did that, I wouldn't have been acting in good faith for myself. I'm not keen on pledging. It doesn't feel right. And so in the end, after thinking long and hard about why we are pledging and what's the importance of pledging, it came down to the idea that I'm not ready to make that pledge. I've been on a journey for 2.5 years. I'm nowhere near ready to make that pledge because I don't believe wholeheartedly that making that pledge would be of benefit to myself in this journey. It may be of benefit to a ground roots human institution, this church, but for myself, I couldn't do it. I couldn't act in good faith. There are things that I just cannot do in good faith in this building. I don't feel I could take communion in good faith. I don't know if I have that relationship. I may do. I'm not saying that I won't, but right this second, I am not in that point in this relationship, on this journey, to be able to make that commitment. In my life up to this point, I looked at a lot of different faith formations and ideas, and one that stuck with me is always initiation never ends, and it's always a journey. And so the journey of discipleship is an ongoing one, and I've had lots of misgivings about churches and about faith, but I am growing in my 2.5 years here, I've grown to the point where I'm better able to negotiate that, but I don't want to simplify it. I don't want to take the power of the divine out of this journey by reducing it to words, to just, let's pledge because it helps balance the budget. It removes the divine, and that's just not a good reason to make a pledge. So that's kind of where I'm at. I can't pledge because I wouldn't be able to do it in good faith. And I'm hoping that some people are able to do it in good faith, that people are in the right place on their journey to do so. But it's all part of the journey. Okay, thank you very much.